Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Phish Phry podcast. I'm your dad host, Bobby,
And I'm Oliver.
and today we are coming to you and talking about 2014's release of Fuego. What do you think about this one, Oliver?
It's hard to pick from.
Why do you say that?
It's got a lot of good songs on it.
I would agree. I think this is probably one of their best overall albums.
Yeah, it's a really good album.
Yep. I think all right, let's start with this. Back to the beginning. Let's go down the set list and then we'll give some more thoughts.
Okay.
All right, so you start out with Fuego. The Line, Devotion to a Dream, Halfway to the Moon, Winter Queen, Sing Monica, 555, Waiting All Night, Wombat, and Wingsuit. Now, that's a pretty stacked lineup of songs.
Yeah.
You think they came out of the gate swinging after not having an album for 5 years?
Yeah. They were like, okay, we have this, and now let's shoot it.
That's right. Now we're ready.
Yeah, they're just like, okay, this will be a fire album. We just need to make one song that's not as good as the others, but it's still gonna be good.
Yeah, I think it's great. And here's something cool about this album. When they debuted it in October, they debuted it at a live concert.
So they just threw out the whole album.
They played the whole album live. They didn't play it in order, but they played the whole album live.
That's good. That's risky.
Yeah, it's pretty cool though, isn't it?
Yeah.
So on October 31st, on Halloween, they dress up. So they'll dress up as a different band. Or they'll play like cover songs, other band songs and stuff like that, right?
Like AC/DC Bag.
No, like
or
when they did Casvote Boxed, or however you say that name.
oh yeah.
And then they've done Sci-Fi Soldiers. But this year, what they did is their second set, they came out and played all of Fuego live.
Did they dress up like volcanoes?
No, I don't think they physically dressed up. I think they just
that would have been cool.
did their band costume, where they all kind of dress up as a different band. So Fuego was recorded in Nashville, but here's something cool about it. Parts of Fuego, the background vocals, and the horns were recorded right down the street in Muscle Shoals, Alabama at Fame. Like right before we moved back up here.
Oh yeah, because Simon wasn't born.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Yeah, so it was a year right before.
Yep, they recorded. So I know in the photos I've seen, is it Bob Urban? What's his name? He's the guy that was like the producer of the album. But he and Bob Ezrin, and Trey were at Fame.
That's
when they were
cool.
recording the background vocals and the horns. So the thing about Muscle Shoals is back in the 1960s, 1970s.
It was a swamp.
It was a swamp, yes. But they recorded a lot of hit songs from here.
Like the Rolling Stones.
Rolling Stones came through here.
Yeah, they played Sweet Home Alabama.
Nope, that's
I know.
That's Leonard Skinner.
Yeah.
And Leonard Skinner, it talks about the Swampers.
Yeah.
So Muscle Shoals has got the Swampers. Mm-hmm. They've been known to pick a song or two. Now the Swampers.
They cheer me up whenever I'm feeling
That's
blue.
right. But the Swampers was the band from the area that would play on all the records and stuff that people came around. They called them the Swampers. Because where Fame Studios is, it used to be just a swamp.
Yeah. It was just like, okay.
So what's crazy is, and I think it's pretty funny, let me see, I have this article saved. Let me see if I can find it. Oh no, it's not there. But the background singers had to say all the stuff on Wombat. All the technical term for the Wombat. Let's see.
Wait, so
where it says
okay.
It's a herbivorous crepuscular. Remember they had to say something and crepuscular?
Yeah.
The background vocals, one of them was interviewed for our local paper, newspaper.
Oh.
And she said, I've never sang such words in my entire career.
So, on Devotion for a Dream,
Devotion to a Dream, yep.
are the background, like, yesterday, that
Nope.
stuff, they're not from Fame?
That's all the band. I'm talking about
Oh.
like all the oohs and ahs and stuff like that you hear
Oh.
on like Halfway to the Moon, 555, Wombat, and there's one more. But they sang all those. And then the horns you hear, that's all played in Muscle Shoals.
Oh, that's
So,
cool.
I got to know, what is your number one pick from this album?
Oh, Jesus, that's hard.
It's tough, I know.
Well, I mean, I have to go with Fuego,
That's
honestly.
That's a great one. I think it's hard to go wrong with Fuego, in my opinion. I think it hits the rock stuff that they do real well. And then the recorded version, the studio version, has the weird Viking Warriors part.
Yes.
Which kind of
Mighty Warriors.
Viking Warriors with animal skins. Then it says the ground begins to levitate, and then that's all they say. So I don't know where that comes from, because Fuego is actually about a car.
Wait, what?
I knew that.
Huh?
I knew that would.
Where does Diego come from?
So the idea is, Fuego is a sports coupe produced by a French car company, Renault. And so the idea is, I asked Diego if it was stolen, meaning the car was stolen. Have I just blown your mind?
I thought it was like a robbery or something.
Inside your Fuego, inside your car, we keep it rolling.
Yeah, and I also thought it was like a robbery and like a mix of a robbery and a doctor and stuff.
A robbery and a doctor?
Yeah, like the doctor is like there's a robbery in the hospital and the doctors are the same doctor stuff.
What?
I don't know.
I mean, I've heard you make some pretty wild comparisons, but robbery and a doctor.
I thought it was a robbery and a doctor.
If it was stolen? Is that where you got
Like
robbery?
if the Fuego was stolen from your, if you get angry and if the Fuego was stolen.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Something.
Well, spoiler alert, but my number one pick is also Fuego. I think they came out of the gate.
For their first song on Fuego, it's got to be their top hit.
And I think it's awesome. And we got to see it live.
You did.
I did. That's right. Just me. But I'll tell you, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome live. Next time, maybe they'll play it whenever you go to another one.
Yeah.
All right. What's your second pick?
Oh, my goodness. Oh, jeez. I like 555 as my second because I got to hear that one live. And for my first time, I loved it.
Yes, we did. We did get to hear that live.
And I never heard 555, and that was my first time.
What is it about 555 that you liked?
I liked the sort of battle part at the beginning. Of like how they go in, it's sort of like battle, and then they go into like the vocals and it chills down. Like, you know that part where it's like,
who's playing at the beginning?
Huh?
Who's playing at the beginning?
I think it's Trey and
Mike?
Yeah, and also John.
Okay.
And then the piano comes in. But it's like they're playing a battle, and then they're like,
Are you thinking of 555?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to understand what you mean by battle.
Well, I haven't heard it in a while, but I remember the battle part of the beginning. It's like sort of a groove.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. So just so everyone knows, we literally just paused the recording, pulled it up, and I listened to it and had him explain. He's talking about the deep groove that Mike is playing on the bass.
Yeah.
So that's what you mean by the battle part.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm with you now. I'm still not 100% sure on how you got battle from that, but I got you. Okay, so 555 is your second pick. My second pick is one of the toughest things I've had to do.
Exactly.
Now, there's so many good songs on this album, but I had to go Wingsuit because it just has this vibe
of like you're chilling, you're gliding through the air.
It's got that chill vibe. It's
like also
the way, yeah, but that's got jungle vibes.
Yeah, but
this has like floating vibes.
Yeah, but it's also, they both have like lazy vibes.
They do have like a lazy slouch type vibe. I can do that. Yeah, but the sizzle ride that John's playing, where it's just kind of got that all the way through it. And then the keys, the way Paige is playing those, the whole thing.
Yeah, I like the way that Trey is just like, and with the keyboard it just sounds way.
I love it because he's got the piano on the verses that that, and then other times where he's got the synth like keyboard part that kind of swells up into the big chorus that they have.
Yeah.
Gliding away. Love it. It's
just calm and
yeah. It's one of my favorites. I'd love to hear it live.
That was so hard because I wanted to pick like this for like a third.
So what's your honorable mention? If we had a third place, what would your third place be?
Now that you mentioned Wingsuit, I wanted to do that, but then I wanted to do Devotion for a Dream since you did that. But I think it might be Devotion for a Dream.
Nice.
Because it's got like that fun vibe, like Yesterday the Bells Are.
So it does have a fun vibe. It's more of an up type song.
Yeah. But
the lyrics are actually about a relationship breaking up.
That's what you told me.
Not fun lyrics.
It's not like.
But fun music. And I have to tell you that is my honorable mention as well.
Yeah.
Now, I posted this on one of the Facebook groups I'm a part of about Phish.
Okay.
And here was my idea.
I have no idea where we're going.
All right. So you take one song off of any album, like remove it from the album, but removing that song makes the album better. What song do you remove from Fuego to make the whole album better? Do you want me to tell you my answer to give you an idea?
Yes.
All right. So I said if you took one track off of Fuego to make the album better, I would take Wombat. Not that Wombat is a bad song, but to me, the album stands alone by itself so well that taking Wombat off elevates the whole album.
Oof. Since I haven't really like Winter Queen, all I did was skip to the jam part and the first part and then the end part, and I'm like, oh, well, that didn't make any sense because like sometimes I go from that and then in the middle they change like a whole thing and then they come back to the third.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah.
So did you take Winter Queen off?
Probably.
Ooh, interesting. So you think taking Winter Queen off of there? I mean, I get it. It's totally your opinion. So, yeah, a lot of people said that my idea was not good, and that's fine. But all I'm saying is, if Fuego is a 9.5 as an album, and you take Wombat off, it is fun. It's got great horns, got great background vocals. But if you took that track off and left all the rest of them, you're going to be at like a 9.6, 9.7, in my opinion.
Yeah. I like Wombat just because of the groove to it.
Oh, yeah.
And all that. So I didn't want to.
It's silly. Hearing John Fishman rap, I mean, it's funny. But,
oh, yeah, I forgot he did that.
But I mean, it's fun. So, could you give this album to a friend?
Totally. Because it was so hard to pick.
You could say, Hey, Johnny boy. This is
Wait,
Phish.
why
Listen
did
to
you
this
do
album.
that?
Why
Why
did I
did
do
you
it?
say Johnny Boy?
Because he's your friend.
Yeah.
I don't know who Johnny Boy is.
Yeah, we used to call somebody that.
Oh, well, I wasn't talking about him.
Yeah.
I was talking about the other person,
Oh,
Johnny
yeah.
Boy. The actual, his last name is Boy, first name is Johnny.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Johnny Boy, listen to this. This is Phish, and I think they would like the whole thing.
Yes. Because if they gave it to a whole concert and they just did it, I bet the crowd would have loved that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and find when they played it live.
Yeah, we need to listen to that in the car.
Yeah, we'll figure that out, and well, it's Halloween 2013. We'll find it and listen to it. Anything else you want to say about Fuego?
Go listen to it if you haven't.
Yeah, that's a good thing to say. I definitely think it's one of their best, most solid albums. And the fact that it was recorded right out here in Muscle Shoals, parts of it were recorded in Muscle Shoals, are very cool to me. I find that very fun.
I'm kind of sad that we're this far in season 1.
I know, right? I mean, we're literally like almost done with season 1.
Yeah.
And we're gonna come back with a podcast very soon. And
more albums.
Yeah, and fill you in on what we're doing for our season 2 as we wrap up season 1 here. Now, I will say, make sure you tell a friend about this, share it on social media, follow us on social media, listen to it, rate it, review it, tell your mom, your dog, your best friend, your aunt, and even your cousin that you don't really like that much, but you still have to hang out with. Make sure they know about it. But
even any pet. You don't have to have a dog.
No, any pet. Hamsters, snakes. We'll take snake votes and reviews, will we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll take RC car.
If your pet is an RC car, we'll even take that. So make sure you tell everybody. But buddy, look, we are literally 2 albums away from being done with their studio albums. Is that not crazy? So
that's more than crazy.
Yeah. So we'll be back in 2 weeks talking about Big Boat from 2016.
Big Boy/Big Boat.
Yep. So do all the things we said earlier, and what else they need to do?
Come surrender to the flow with us.